What is up? I am back with another MLB Show 21 Diamond Dynasty No Money Spent video. Today it's going to be a longer video, fair warning, okay? But it's also going to be an instructional video, somewhat. I'm going to go over the Showdown for Team Affinity Season 1. Now, for doing Team Affinity Season 1, you get 5 vouchers that each give 3 points towards any division. We're going to go right into it and try to get this video on with. Show exactly what the strategy is, right? But to start, you get 4 of these cards, right? Showdown Alvarez, really good card. Cutscene's very good as well. Bogarts, I wouldn't exactly. I'd probably rank him 4th out of these if I had to rank him. Goodrum's the best, surprisingly, but he's number 1, Alvarez, McCutcheon, Bogart, so I'm going to take Goodrum. He can play anywhere, so on the side missions it does help a lot. But mainly just focus on the final showdown, but the position flexibility does help, so take Goodrum. Next we get another choice, right? This is actually another really good round. It's a tough one to pick from, because Stanton's really good, right? But he's an outfielder, right? We can find good outfielders elsewhere, for the most part. And, so, it really makes it harder to want to pick him. Anderson plays shortstop, and is good, right? Very good against lefties, but he lacks against right-hand hitting, or pitching. Salvador Perez, this is probably the best pick here, because he's a catcher, right? Catcher does help, can swing for power, decent vision, decent contact, you know, it gets you there, right? You should open up in the outfield for any other option that you could possibly consider, right? I think that's very important to consider. I mean, even though we're mainly looking for the final showdown, we're going to end up taking Salvador Perez, and I think that's probably the right choice. If I had to rank them, I'd probably pick Salvi, Stanton, and then Brian Hayes, and then the last one, I don't remember exactly who it was. Starting pitchers, if you get the choice, you have to take Sixto. Alright, Sixto's not there. Castillo, if not Castillo, Jesus Luzardo. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider the other ones, if I'm being honest. Marquez is okay, I guess. Flaherty's okay, but Sixto is by far the best one. Now here we are, right? We're back to this outfield point, right? We're not taking pitcher, we don't need pitchers. Get Hunter Renfroe, who can play outfield, right? Cliff Floyd, play outfield. Terry Anderson plays outfield. It's going to be down to one of these two, right? These guys both hit for a massive amount of power, and they both do the job. It's a tough decision, honestly. I think I'd maybe lean towards Cliff Floyd, but I do think either one's okay. I'm actually going to take Renfroe because of center field eligibility. I really don't think I can go wrong there. Feels like next round, get more masters in the outfield. I really don't think there's any way to go wrong. And you're going to look for the power, right? Contact division's okay. It does help, but at the same time, if you get the power back, it's where it's at. So we'll end up taking, I want to say, JD. Let's take JD. Release around, just pick the one you're most comfortable with. I was doing this probably the best one, and the one I like the most. So we'll go there. Simple round, right? Silvers. Og's decent. Yachty, I'm not taking Yachty. Fault is okay, not taking him. The pitcher is Edwin, 88 power, right? Perfect to fit in first base. This isn't a great round, really. Browns is going to be on the final team, so it's kind of like a filler. But to pick the best one, you probably want to pick the one with most power. And while we already have a catcher, we're going to end up taking investments for the 82 power against lefties. Another Browns round. Since we took Desmond, who hits lefties well, we'll take Rune Odor, who hits righties well. Now we get the perks, right? Perks are you're going to want to really know what to do. Like this one right here. You don't want to pick first, right? This one is actually good for the final showdown because technically this final showdown's played in the last inning of the game, just ninth inning. So this does help. This one I probably wouldn't do because 2 outs, that doesn't help. Exit Hilo boost while ahead in the count only applies at certain points, right? You want it to apply it all the time. It's spark plug. Slight exit Hilo boost in the 7th inning earlier, right? Once again, this one applies all the time. So we'll do that, right? Want to keep the hitting up. And then clear for takeoff, exit Hilo boost. I mean, none of these apply it all the time, right? So we'll just take that. We'll probably get replaced down the line, right? We're gonna play through it all, and eventually, end up getting to the final one where we'll have all the perks we can ask for. So you wanna make sure the squad's in order, pretty much. It's not, you don't really have to do this, but mainly a preference thing. Like here, Ian Desmond should probably be out there. Or Piscotty, since he can play first, you can move Edwin here, and you don't have to play this common guy at third base anymore. You can put this guy at first. So the first one, Charlie, 2 hits in 2 innings, right? Simple. Just go in, focus on the ball, and just get 2 hits. It's not extremely difficult, right? You'll see that this showdown is much faster than last year if you played last year. It's only 6 side missions and 2 bosses, so it's not overly long, and I mean you do get less affinity points in the long run, but it's much easier overall just to get there and get the cards you're looking for. You need about 10, if you did 10 times, right, for the showdown, you didn't do any of the moments, 10 times would get you all 5 divisions in a division. You only need 150. So it's not too difficult. You can skip to the end. What I've normally been doing is I get to the first boss, right? I beat it and skip to the end. I'm gonna continue to play this one all out though for all the new players. See, we have perfect with good drum. That's the first hit. Only need 1 more. So yeah, I'll probably try to give subtle tips throughout this video, different little tidbits for newer players. Really went over the thought process of the initial picks. I didn't hit that ball very well, but for hitting help for newer players, one of the most important parts is watching the ball out of the pitcher's hands. Do that does make your job a lot easier when hitting, because mainly when you first play, you'll look around the strike zone, and you won't be able to read the ball very well. Right? You'll see the ball for a general look on it, but it won't be anything great. Like, you won't be able to tell if it's breaking. You won't be able to tell where the ball is going to end up. You can't even get your PCI there very quickly. You're limiting your reaction time for the most part. For some of these moments as well, as we get a fluky hit, but we gotta get over with this moment. But yeah, for the most part, right, you're mainly gonna look to get hits, and it's usually what it is, getting hits, or you have to pitch, just strike out, get out of the inning, whatever it is. This really should be kind of conservative on a base pass. You don't really have to force nothing, unless it's like a good decision to do it. We actually have a tough round here. I think everyone's in play except Marte, even though he's probably the biggest position. Glaber smashes, Lowe smashes, Cruz smashes. You can also look at this right here, right? The final showdown is against the Twins, which means we'll be facing off against Jose Barrios last game. So, we can resume draft and look for the best guy to fit our team against a right-handed pitcher. That is not Brandon Lowe, despite him being a left-handed hitter. And I would probably leave it down to Glaber or Cruz. A lot of people like Cruz, but I think I am personally better with Torres. I mean, I can go either way, right? But take whoever you prefer there, right? Those are both good cards. Then we'll take inner piece since it always applies to pitchers down the middle. That's going to be the common theme here, I would say. Going to keep wanting to focus on getting these different perks that'll benefit you every time. You don't want it to be like an if scenario, really. Got tally 6 total bases in 3 innings. So, going up against the Yankees here should be interesting. Alright, looks like we're facing Garrett Cole. Tough matchup, especially if you're newer. This will definitely be a tough matchup. Goodrum gets the older one to start. Then actually hit it out, so that's actually a great start. We need 6 total bases, so we've already got 4. If you don't know, walks don't apply here. Total bases. So you either have to get a single to get 1, double to get 2, triple 3, home run 4. So, like, it's more of a batting average. Like, if you had to compare it, it'd be the batting average compared instead of on-base percentage. Mainly you just have to put the ball in play and reach safely on it. Have it not be an error for the most part. Work the full count. Hopefully we can get a pitch to hit on 32. Found that one away. And we struck out. So it was definitely a tougher pitcher to hit. And it's showing. I get it together here a little bit. Turn on that one with JT. And it's gone. Line drive out. So the short sense does help, but after that missing. So we'll move on. Get another pick here at Gold Life Series. Another great round, right? Again, you have to remember who we're facing at the end. A right-handed pitcher. Of all these guys, the one that stands out most is Eugenio Suarez, so it seems like the easy pick would be to take him. So none of these always apply. So, I mean, you can do either Oppo Taco or Insider Info. I wouldn't do this one because you have to get 3 consecutive hits. But, I mean, it's doable, but it's only the 3rd consecutive hit. So Insider, put it on for hero time. Actually, it's not a bad strategy to stack those. Like, you get inner piece, gold, right? Oppo Taco, and then you get the Insider. It's actually a solid strategy to make sure you have all your bases covered on strikes. So now we got David Fletcher, where you have to tally 2 hits again. Alright. Simple for the most part. It's very straightforward. Right. Try and run through it as fast as you can. I wouldn't like this video to be too long, but it probably will end up being relatively long. Going up against Dylan Bundy. Definitely not as hard as Garrett Cole will be. Garrett Cole is a very good pitcher to practice against, though, for the final boss, because the final boss is also going to be a very high overall card. That's a bad swing. I probably shouldn't have swung at that. He's jogging to the ball, but he's gonna catch it. And that's one out. Got Renfro coming up. Really gonna have to lock in here. Get some hits. Good PCI. Honestly, not gonna get too rewarded for it though. It's just good hits. But that's just part of the problem with taking these good hitters and power. They're gonna get shifted. For PCI as well, for newer players, I personally don't, as you fly out there, right? I personally don't exactly love the idea of moving the PCI beforehand, but it does help, especially if you're struggling against a certain pitch. Let's play out in center. I want to say Desmond. Not exactly ideal. Didn't make very good contact, but he's gonna roll into a double play here. Also, this will be a little bit of a time to help for pitching. For what I do, anyway, when it comes to pitching, I look to pound the strike zone often early, right? Because you want to go 0-2 up, and you can throw a breaking ball outside the zone, easily swing at it. Like he did there. If it was out of the zone, he probably wouldn't have made contact with it, but I ended up getting the fly ball out to left. That's only 3 more outs to work with though to get these 2 hits. Swinging at bad pitches. Yeah, not exactly ideal. Trying too hard to make something happen out of nothing. Gotta wait for my pitch and drive it. Got hold of that one though. Edwin Encarnacion goes deep with a no doubter. Perfect. Good swing. Got the PCI up onto the ball perfectly. Now all we need is one more hit. Pretty good swing in with Glaber there. Should get down. It will. Off the wall. Hold up at second. It's gonna complete the mission there. Just like that. We're already done 3. Going into the first boss battle. Looks like we had another level up on the first inning, so that's nice. Got draft coming up here. This is a very good draft. So, Sergio is the best card here, right? Other than Gallo. You can pick either of these 2. I would normally pick Gallo, right? Because I typically wait. Well, I don't go through all the way. I usually get this next one done and skip to the end. But then I'm going to play through. There's a decent chance that the 88 Gallo shows up later. So I'm going to bet on myself here and take Eloy here. Yeah, I'm going to take Eloy. And this is a good one right here. Heart attack. Contact boost always. And guess what? These showdowns, you are losing and you're coming back. Absolutely perfect to have. We're going to get rid of that one so that we don't have any conditional ones. We're going to get Renfro in center here. Get Desmond out for Eloy. Alright, so line up for most players already. I went batting a little bit lower. Alright, so the whole lineup is right here. Not exactly ideal for a match against a righty at the end. But they are very good right hitters against both sides, so it does work out very well in the end. Taking on Jake Arrieta here for this mini boss. Not a great Jake Arrieta. I'll show you guys here in a second. Only 80 overall, right? He's got good pitch repertoire, but he should still be hittable as an 80 overall. Like I said, just gotta keep seeing the ball out of his hand, and you can easily get to anyone you face. Gave us one right down the middle, we drove it to the gap. Gonna hold up at second here again. You don't want to be too aggressive. You just want to be aggressive you can. But for the most part, you're just trying to make sure you stay safely. There's not much need to be aggressive there because the double play ball is already out of effect. Good sinker. Sinkers are very tough to read, especially if you're newer. So they do look a lot like fastballs, and then they always break down. So you'll ground it into double plays for a good portion of it. But once you see them a little bit more often, you'll understand what's happening more. Renfro gets a hold of one. Looks like it's going to go out if the runner's running. Yep, it does. Finish the mini boss right away. 2 hitters, and it's already finished, so. Gonna move on here. Get our XP and stubs. Get our success. Get a 42 series hitter coming up. So, here, we'll continue to rank them as we go on, right? That's been great against Ant. This is actually a really good pick for this. Right? If you didn't really have this guy here, I think Kyle Lewis is probably top 5 42 cards. Adamas, I really don't care for him that much. He's okay. Not great. McCutcheon is very good. If I had to rank these, Kyle Lewis steps in, especially here against the righty. McCutcheon and Adamas. A lot of people will be okay with them. I'm not good with them, so I guess that's kind of factored in. But we'll take Kyle Lewis here. You guys see a diamond perk here. Doesn't really look like there's any always in effect perks here, so we just kind of take the one that you think will be best. Take the green light in case someone throws a ball first, and then I can take a swing at the next one. And then just like this, we can move Renfro to the bench, right? Get Renfro onto the bench. And just like that, we're looking solid, right? Looking really solid. Yeah, we got a lot of righties, but it's okay. Got tally some strikeouts, or a strikeout here against the Mariners. The Mariners are not very difficult. And this is where we're going to want to employ our pitching strategy that we went over a little bit earlier. Trying to really make sure that we're getting ahead early here. Barely missed my spot there, so that's not great. Yeah, kind of missing my spots here, but if I wasn't missing my spots, we'd really be looking at a good strikeout opportunity here. Since it's 3-2, we're gonna actually want to go for a strike zone here, and while that was a pretty bad pitch, the CPU is not very good at hitting on a lower difficulty, so get away with it, get a strikeout, and move on. Another draft here. Gold, I mean, this really doesn't affect our team that much. I guess you could maybe look for a lefty just to get one off the bench so you can see righty a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter too much if you ask me. We'll go with Kepler just to have him. See, this is a great one to have. Clear for takeoff, exit velocity boost on normal swings. So every normal swing, which I do every time, you get a big exit velo boost. We'll actually take that one off because if we just continue winning, we won't really need it to be there for the final showdown. We'll have all our runs. We just need one run. Playing against the Braves, we need to walk it off. Again, these missions all vary. There's about 30 different ones, one for each team, obviously. That looks like bases are empty here. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we can pull through here and get the win. If there's anything you guys want to see specifically from Money Spent, like different ways to boost the sub count, up-to-date collection updates on what I am personally doing, just show in the comments. I'll read every comment and get back to them. Hopefully use them to improve as well. We got ourselves in a 2-2 count here. Really trying not to be too aggressive, but do need to be aggressive to get these runs on the board as well. So, we do stream on Twitch. You see our team as TTV. I've streamed both nights so far. Just kinda doing what we do. Just doing what this video is really. Spent last night really working hard to get affinities done. I got 2, both for NL East, McCutcheon and Dom Smith. One, I got McCutcheon because I'm a Phillies fan, and then Dom Smith was just quick to get right after he's really good card as well. If you see him pop up, I'd definitely recommend taking him. We're on the brink of failing this one, so we gotta lock in a little bit here. Get done. Chris Martin's been a little bit tough. He's got good pitch mix. Pretty glitchy with the sinker, slider, cutter combo. If that would change up in it too, very tough. Yeah. Think every pitch is moving really. Unless he does the four seam, but he has not done the four seam yet. Good rip from JD. And get it running on first here. You could pinch run here. I mean, you don't really have to keep him on base. It does allow you a little bit more help, especially to get a ball to the gap. The plus 23 speed that we have is going to help. And you're not able to go into extras here, so you really have to try to capitalize it as soon as you can. A little bit under the salve. We're going to end up losing this one, actually. Definitely could have won, but slightly under it. It's okay. There's nothing to really get too upset about. Sometimes just have rough moments, and that's all that was. We have to tie 2 runs in 3 innings here against the Red Sox, it looks like. Yeah, so this is their last chance to earn any runs towards the final boss. Looks like we are going up against Eduardo Rodriguez. Well, good drum hits lefties better. 115 contact, 70 power. So that's very helpful. So I just want to get a pitch so we can drive here. Like that. That was a great swing. Down middle of the PCI and got it right through the hole. And check on the runner. He's got to beat their speed, so they're gonna try to hold him accountable right now. But there's not much to worry about. They can't pick you off unless you start getting a little bit outrageous with your lead off the base. I'm just gotta focus right now on getting the ball in play again, avoiding the double play if you can. And hopefully scoring the runs here soon. There's not a rush to get this done yet. You got 3 innings. Obviously, you want to get it done a little bit quicker. I mean, you won't want to be here all day working on it, really. Especially if you're missing pitches as easy as that one is. Pretty poor swing right there. So you just gotta find a swing again, get back in the groove. Good swing from JV. I might clear the wall. It's gonna be off the wall. Good, I'm gonna hold him at third again. We don't have to get aggressive here. We got runners in scoring position, 2 of them. Jack that will easily score both runs that we need. Yeah, we just gotta worry about getting that ball in play. That's the main part right here. Trying to swing at strikes too is very important. You gotta start letting those changeups go like that one. He's just gonna keep throwing it down there if he can swing at it. I tried to swing, but it didn't go all the way through. Tough. 2 outs now. Out would leave them both stranded. Ball down the middle and then pulled it. Then just gotta get back locked in, that's all. Great chance to score runs here. And strip work. That's unfortunate. Suarez isn't fast enough to beat it out. We just left too many runners on base there. Gotta get back up here soon and hopefully get out of this little slump we have found ourselves in. And it's very common. Don't, unless you're a great player, which, I mean, I hope if you're not a great player, you're watching this video. I mean, even then, if you are, I mean, that's very cool of you, but especially if you're this far and you're a better player than I am. But a lot of it right now is just really trying to stay consistent. It's very hard to stay consistent hitting. You can be great one day and slump the next day. It's part of the game, really. It's hard to be super consistent compared to other games where it's like you're good at the game, you're great at the game. Like that's how it is. This game, you can be in slumps. You can hit the ball well and not hit it well. You can pitch well and you can not pitch well. So again, it's important to not beat yourself up on it. If you feel a loss, there's always next time, right? Keep your head up. Gotta keep working on it. It's eventually going to be like a breeze every time you do. A good swing there from Glaber. Bit early though. So it went foul. Yeah. Just gotta keep watching those bad pitches. Don't need to be swinging at them. Very important. Decent swing. Bit late. Kind of lined it at first base. 1-1 off the bat, so good swing, but really not doing much damage. Decent swing from Eloy, a little bit under it though. 2 outs. Gonna be hard to get a rally going here, unless we really start putting some balls in play. How's that one away? Just try to stay locked in here, that's all. Break out his slump a little bit. Yeah, that's a pitch to hit. Edwin took that one deep. Yeah, and Edwin strikes again. That's 6 still up. We can actually get the bullpen. Obviously, we actually got a closer, right? So we can take the risk to the bench here. Although we're actually facing a left-handed pitcher, so I should probably put my Renfro in. Probably a little bit smart to do that. So that went away. Could have been a great swing if we had a little bit better timer. Tried to check the swing, but couldn't hold up. 0-2 count, got a strike. Slightly under it. Gonna be a fly now. Got one more inning, right? I mean, we don't have to be here, right? We could just get to the end, but a lot of people that might be watching this video might not consider doing that because they need as much fun as they can get on it. Don't blame them. It's can be very difficult when you're new. So I think it's important that we all try to help each other. We don't want to leave people out. Everyone should be having a great time on this game, and it's very important to share our joy with everyone else. Got Renfro up now. Looking to strike him out. Not off on that one. That was a good pitch, actually. Swung at that one, though. 2 outs. Looking to finish him off. You can honestly just throw fastballs at him. You don't really have to worry much else. Tried a 4-seam, 2-seam. They really struggled to touch him, so. Got a last shot to a run here. Gotta capitalize. Get these last 2 runs added to our final total before we start the final boss. Actually, a really good swing from Goodrum, but it's just unfortunate. Bounce off the pitcher's leg. He gets it and throws it out to first. Some stuff like that, very frustrating, but again, it's important to keep your head intact. Probably the biggest part of this game. Let yourself off. You get too upset at it. That was a good cutter. It jammed me a little bit, but Kyle Lewis got it down. Again, looking to advance him here. Hopefully keep the ball in play. Don't want to double play as obviously end the mission. Good swing, took the other way. A little bit late, but got through the gap. I ran for those absolute cannon in the third, but we didn't run anyway. I got Salvia. Off the end of the bat, it's going to be a double play. Fortunate, but again, we got 8 runs, right? This is actually really good because we find ourselves in a spot that could be a little bit common, right? Even if you end early, right? Or skip to the end, you don't get all your runs. You can still go in here and do it, right? So we'll take it on right now and hopefully knock it out. It's against Jose Barrios, though. So Barrios' primary pitch is a swerve, so it could be difficult, right? All these pitches are gonna be hard to face, right? You see, swerve is primary. He does have fastballs elsewhere. Yeah, already attacking the swerve on the outer part of the zone. It's a great pitch. He's really attacking with that swerve. So, again, I think one of the most important parts is going to be knowing the opposing pitcher's primary pitch. They seem to be throwing that a lot more often this year. See there, throws a swerve once again. Got a decent hit on it, but again, they're playing the shift, so up the middle doesn't really get through. Kyle Lewis takes it the other way. Their first runner on base here. We got 14 outs remaining. Only 5 more runs here to get the showdown complete. Hard hit ground ball. It's going to be off the second baseman's glove, but he's going to recover and get it to first in time. Runner does advance. The double play's out of play. 109 off the bat. Good swing. Just a little bit unfortunate on the result. I got Salvia up. Hopefully, put one good gap with Salvia going over the wall. 0-2 count. Gotta be ready for whatever he throws at me. Good swing from Salvi. Got a great PCI on the ball. It's gonna be out. And we got 2 runs out of the 5 we need. Only need 3 more. So we have a lot of outs remaining. Should be in a good spot here. As Suarez pulls it right up the middle. Well, first, got a good bat coming up behind us right now, and Glaber. Decent swing with it. Looks like it's out based off how the outfielder's reacting, and it is. Pretty surprising. That was not my best swing. As you can see, I had it on the edge of the PCI, but it's the power of Glaber, and starting to find a rhythm again. Looks like as Eloy smacks one the other way on a line. 105 off the bat. And these perks do help, right? 105 off the bat. This one's probably going to be very hard off the bat as well. I'm going to keep running because there's no way. If Cruz makes that play, hold up here. We don't need to force anything, right? We need 1 run with 13 outs remaining. So there's no need to force it right away. I got a chance to put away here with Max Kepler, however. Infield's playing in. So it might be hard to score right away, but eventually you could just sneak a weak one by them because of how far in they're playing. Or it'll be easy to get one over them. Got under it too much. Very similar to the Glaber swing though. Kind of echoed the PCI. But, I mean, Glaber took it out. So, I mean, a little bit of variance. Can never hurt though, if you get a good one. Just off of the perfect from Nico Goodrum. And just like that, we have completed the Team Affinity Showdown. And didn't get all the runs like you would have liked. But now you have a good idea of where to go, right? What perks to take, what players to take, how to figure out who your final boss is. But yeah, I think one of the most important parts is always going to be remembering who your final boss is, right? You won't know from the preliminary draft, right? You just kind of pick in there. But after that, you just look at the team they're on, and like that one, right? That one was the Twins. Jose Barrios is 42 cards for the Twins, so we were going to face them, and we did. There's other pitchers to look at, and yeah, really basically draft off that from there on out. So we're going to conclude that. Might actually be able to complete another NL East player here. I believe we will. Just exchange these real quickly. Fortunately, you can't exchange all 5 at once, so you kind of have to keep going over and over again to get it. But it's not much of an issue for myself. So yeah, hopefully you guys did learn a decent bit from this this flight tutorial video. I know it went pretty long here. We're on the verge of 45 minutes here. Yeah, we're just gonna finish off changing these vouchers, right? Put them into here. See where we got to. We actually got to a ball as a habit pack, so we will be opening that here. Hopefully we get diamond out of it. Diamond on video would be great to have end out the video. Actually at 3 and 3 show packs. That's nice. Quickly just go through these unlockables. You don't really need them. I mean, just taking all the ones that we haven't done yet. So, since you get 5 of those, you'll be able to take all of them, just like the 42 players. It's gonna take 6 though. I've talked about so much, so it's gonna be a great card to have. Go through here. Got gold. That's good. Loriano. That's very solid. We also see different common cards. These common cards, they do have some value to them, right? I mean, we're going to see a lot of people rushing to get collection stones early. So these common cards, they do hold a lot of value on selling, right? Another gold, Josh Donaldson. That is a very good pull. especially this early on in the game, he is going to be worth it. We'll have to stop. That is a great pull to start the year. Final show pass before we get to the ball-ins. Nothing spectacular here. We get Red's batting practice jersey, so that's cool. Going to the ball and pack, got silver to start. Bronze and gold. Nothing great. Let's see what we got for the second pack. Hopefully we can get a diamond here. Big pull diamond on stream tonight. If you were there, you would have seen it, but if not, I'll let you know right now. It was Alex Bregman, so that was actually a decent one, not the best one. We're not going to go diamond. Chris Paddock just finished it out. So, this was a long video, but I do think it was worth it. Did see how they get the Team Affinity Showdown done. You did see the other parts of it, and learning who to take, and how to be situational with your picks in the draft, and hopefully it did help you. We'll see you all next time. Hopefully I can keep this daily upload going, but if not, I mean, that's the plan though. That's the plan. Thanks for watching.